One stanza from Shankaracharya's famous hymn, seeking forgiveness for all our sins, Devi Aparada Kshimapana Stotram. This on pages 194 in the book Universal Prayers. 194, the last two slokas, and also the first one on page 196, 3 stanzas from that hymn, Devya Parada Kshimapana Stotram. Okay. Om Namantram no yantram tadapi cha na jane stutimaho na chakvanam dhyanam tadapi cha na jane stuti katha na jane mudraste tadapi cha na jane vilapanam param jane matastvadanusaranam kleshaharanam prithiviyam putraste janani bhagavaha santi saralah param tesham madhye viralataralokam tava sutaha madiyoyam tyagah samuchitamidam no tava shive kuputro jayeta kvachidapi kumata na bhavati namokshasya kanksha nacha vibhavavanchapi hridi me na vijnanapeksha shashimukhi sukhechapi na punaha atastvam samyache janani jananam yatu mama vai mridani rudrani shiva shiva bhavani tijapataha. O Divine Mother, I do not know your sacred names, nor the symbolic figures for their worship. I do not know how to sing your glories, nor how to invoke and meditate upon you. I do not know the words of prayer, nor the diverse rituals of worship, nor how to lay my grief before thee. But, O Mother, this much I know, that to follow you is to remove all my sufferings. O Mother, in this world, in the midst of your numerous worthy children, I happen to be a rare specimen of wantonness, an unworthy child. Yet, O you beneficent one, it is not proper for you to have abandoned me, your child. For a bad son there may be, but never has been born a bad mother. I do not have desire for liberation, nor any hankering for wealth. Neither do I cherish any yearning for knowledge or any desire for happiness. O Mother Divine, only this much I pray from you. May my life pass in reciting, chanting your divine names. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Seeking Divine Mother's grace, just to do only one thing. All the study of scriptures and tapas and austerities and rituals, above all these things, the one thing in life that we all have to do and can do is to pass our time, whatever is left in this life, enchanting the mother's name. Oh, okay, thank you. Keep it here. Is this 7:30? 30, thank you. I have a good resource person here. 7:30. Good, thank you. Now you can take. So, chapter 18. So far, we have studied 3 kinds of food, ahara, in 17th chapter. Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. Similarly, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic dana, charity, and 3 kinds of tapas. In the 18th chapter, we studied so far 3 kinds of tyaga, renunciation, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. Similarly, 3 kinds of jnana, knowledge, Sattvic knowledge, Rajasic knowledge, and Tamasic knowledge. 3 kinds of karma, Sattvic karma, Rajasic karma, Tamasic karma. And 3 kinds of karta, doers. Everybody is a doer, karta. Some people are Sattvic karta. They do everything in a Sattvic way. Some are Rajasic kartas. Their actions are mostly in a Rajasic way, and Tamasic kartas. And 3 kinds of buddhi, intellect, thinking power. Some people can think straight, everything right and wrong. They can clearly distinguish and follow always the right. That ability to distinguish right from wrong, real from unreal, many people have it. Sattvic buddhi. Rajasic buddhi, misunderstanding. Tamasic buddhi, total misunderstanding, opposite. What everybody thinks, scripture says dharma, Tamasic people say, oh, that is not dharma, that is adharma. They do exactly the opposite. That is Tamasic buddhi. All that we studied so far. Now the next one, 2 more things are there. 3 kinds of dhriti and 3 kinds of sukha, happiness. So sloka number 33. 30. Which one we have to do?
31, I think.
33, Maharaj. 33.
33 we have to do. Yeah. 3 kinds of dhriti. Dhriti means perseverance, holding on to something and not letting it go. Perseverance and steadiness, dhriti. So let us do sloka number 33. Sattvic, Sattviki dhriti, Sattvic dhriti. What is that? Dhritya yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriya yogena vyabhicharinya dhriti partha sattviki. Sattviki dhriti. In 33, Rajasic, Tamasic will come later. The translation is the unfaltering resolve. The word dhriti is translated as resolve, resolution, to hold on to something firmly. Whether it is an ideal or something that we are doing, any activity, firmness, steadiness, perseverance. That unfaltering resolve is Sattvic, Arjuna, by which through concentration, one maintains the functions of mind, vital breath, and the senses. Manaha, prana, indriya, kriya. All our activities happen at the mind, prana, and the body, sense organ level. So here the Bhagavan says, unfaltering resolve, unwavering resolution. I start an activity and you don't want to give it up easily when some obstruction comes. I want to persevere and complete it to its logical conclusion. That perseverance is a very good quality. Some people don't have that perseverance. The moment they come across, encounter some obstacle, they will easily become discouraged, they give it up, and then start something else, and same thing happens there. This is in Sri Ramakrishna's parable, you remember, a person wanted to dig a well to get water, and he started digging someplace. After digging for a couple of feet, 2-3 feet, some obstruction came, some rock, some huge boulder, something encountered. So that person gave up. Oh, this is not a good place to dig for water. Starts digging in another place. Same, after some digging, some depth, again another obstruction comes, he gives it up. Then goes to next place. If you keep on doing that, then we'll not find water anywhere. All half-finished, incomplete projects, nothing complete. That is not good. Dhriti means firm resolution. No matter what obstruction comes, I'm going to complete this work. That resolution is sattvic dhriti, by which through concentration one maintains the functions of mind, vital, breath, and sense. That kind of sattvic dhriti we have to apply where not for pursuing selfish desires. That perseverance is not necessary and not good. If you keep on doing something bad and not wanting to give it up and keep on perseverance in doing bad things, no, we have to stop. Apply that perseverance for sattvic activities, which are activities of the mind, manaha, thinking, right thoughts always, and truthful thoughts. Prana. Prana is the energy that enables all activities to happen. Even if I want to move my hand, prana shakti is necessary. To blink, I need prana shakti. To eat and drink, prana shakti. Everything happens, it's like electricity. All functions happen through that one source of power, prana. That is present in all. The moment the prana leaves, then everything, all activity stops, and we say the person is dead. Prana is the shakti. Persevering, applying that prana in a sattvic way to pursue sattvic objectives. That is sattvic dhriti. Indriya kriyaha, sense organs, they are the instruments through which actions happen. How many? 10 instruments. 5 jnanendriyas, through which we get information. Eyes, we see things. With ears, we hear sounds. With hands, skin, sense of touch, we get the feeling of soft, hard, hot, cold, etc. And then smell and tongue, taste. The 5 indriyas are jnanendriyas. Similarly, 5 karmendriyas are there, 10 indriyas. Hands, through which most action happens in the hand, in the hands. Legs, motion, moving. And then the speech. We speak, sense of organ of speech is necessary. Third function. The remaining 2 functions are elimination of waste through 2 outlets. Elimination of liquid waste and solid waste. Very important function. Without elimination, problem will be there. The waste product generated by the body has to be regularly cleaned, removed. Otherwise, big problem will come. That happens through the prana shakti. That is apana shakti. So in applying these 3 instruments, mind, prana, and sense organs. These have to be applied for achieving the highest goal of life, namely God realization, pure devotion, or self-knowledge. Then that kind of perseverance in pursuing these objectives through using these mind, prana, and sense organ, those are the only things we have through which every action happens. That kind of dhriti, perseverance, is called sattviki dhriti. Using that power of perseverance we all have in achieving sattvic goals, the highest goal of life, namely self-knowledge, pure devotion, jnana, or moksha, liberation, or God. Applying these three instruments, mind, mana, prana, indriya, sense organs, and persevering, using that perseverance to do these things through the three instruments, that kind of perseverance is called sattviki dhriti, sattvic perseverance, sattvic dhriti. I give an example. The best example we can find of sattvic dhriti, how one person applied this sattvic dhriti to achieve the highest goal. We all do it in our humble ways. Take the case of Bhagavan Buddha. Buddha means enlightened person. As you know, he was a prince. He could have lived in comfort all his life as a king, queen, and he had a wife and child and everything, kingdom. But he didn't want that one. He wanted to find the solution to all suffering of all beings. Why people suffer? He saw an old man, why old age comes? He saw a dead body, why death comes? He saw a poor person, why poverty is there? He saw a sick person, why sickness is there? Then he wanted to solve the problem. How can a human being achieve permanent, total freedom from all suffering? That was the question, pursuit. He chose to do that one. Abandoned the kingdom and young wife, queen, and everything, child, everything, went away to the forest to meditate. Then he made a resolution, dhriti. This is where dhriti comes in. How he applied sattvic dhriti. He tried many different places, different areas and everything. Finally, he said, no, I have to sit down in one place and I can't get up until I reach the goal. If I keep on changing my place of meditation, different some methods of meditation, then no. I want to sit down in one place with firm resolution, never to get up that from place until I reach the goal. He told himself, I am not going to get up from this seat until I find solution to the problem of all suffering, until I reach enlightenment. This sloka is attributed to him. He sat down under the Bodhi tree and told himself, this sloka I am going to chant. Ihasane shvishyatame shariram tvagaste mamsam pralayam chayantu aprapya bodham bahujanma durlabham naivasanat kayamatas chalishyate. This sloka says sattvic dhriti. We are discussing what is sattvic dhriti. He says to himself, Ihasane, in this asana, I sat down in an asana under a tree. That's it. I'm not going to get up from here. And no matter what obstruction comes, I will persevere until I reach the goal. Ihasane me shariram shushyatu. Let this body perish. Even if death comes, I am not going to leave this pursuit of truth, solution to suffering. Tvagaste mamsam pralayam chayantu. All this whole body, what means the skin, asti means bone, mamsam means flesh. Pralayam, let them all perish, whole body perish. I don't care, I don't bother. I'm not going to get up if there is some stomachache or headache to find solution. No, I'm going to persevere. Bahujanma durlabham bodham aprapya. Bodham means knowledge, self-knowledge. Aprapya, without reaching. That self-knowledge is not easy. It is so rare, bahujanma durlabham. Even after many births, we can't get that self-knowledge. Until I reach that goal, aprapya, if I don't get it, until I get it, aprapya, if I don't get it, iha asanat, from this seat, kayam atas nachalishyate, I'm not, this body is not going to get up. Kaya means the body. This resolution he made. No matter what happened, no stomachache or headache or knee pain or hunger or rain or shine or snow or whatever happens, even if the body perishes, I'm not going to leave this place until I get that knowledge, goal of realization, goal of solution to all suffering, the permanent solution to all suffering of human suffering. I'm not going to get up. That is dhriti. That is perseverance. Sattvic dhriti, applied it for good goal. Evil people apply the same perseverance to pursue their evil propensities. A robber or a whoever, thief or somebody, he keeps on doing it. He does not give up. Once he gets arrested and goes to jail, then again he will pursue it. He will not give it up. Perseverance in doing the bad things, he will continue. That is tamasi dhriti. We don't want that. Sattviki dhriti. And pursuing the highest goal of human life. That is what we should try to achieve. Persevere in seven meditation. We sit down for meditation, japa, the mind wanders here and there, and the knee pain comes, leg pain comes, backache comes, headache comes, then become tired. I get up, take some Tylenol or drink some tea or something. That is, no. If I keep on doing it, I will never be able to meditate properly. Perseverance. No matter what obstruction comes, like body pain or headache or stomach ache, I'm not going to get up until I finish this required minimum of japa that I have set myself. We have to set a goal. You have to set a goal for meditation. Either by time, half an hour or 45 minutes or whatever time you set up, or number of japa, whatever you set up goal, or Gita study, 5 slokas I'll study every day, or 2 slokas I'll study. Until I finish the sloka study, I'm not going to get up. Whatever it is you set yourself to do, sattvic activity. That perseverance is called sattviki dhriti. And these are the instruments: mind, prana shakti, vital force, sense organs, indriyas. Applying that kind of dhriti, we all have to pursue. Sattviki dhriti. Then once you understand, then rajasic, tamasic dhriti, you are familiar with them. So we go to sloka number 34. Rajasi dhriti. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena phala kankshi dhritissa partha rajasi. Rajasi dhriti. The translation here says, there is all dhriti or Arjuna by which one upholds righteousness, sexual attachment, kama, and wealth, while occasionally desiring fruits of works is rajasic. Mixture. Dharmartha, kama, moksha, 4 goals are there. Except moksha, all the other 3, this rajasic person wants to pursue. Dharma is also there. They are not totally tamasic people. Rajasic people also have some follow dharma. And then dharma artha. They want to pursue wealth. In pursuing the wealth, they go to extreme lengths. They don't want to give up. They are not satisfied with this amount of money or one house or property. They want more and more and more, persevering in acquiring more and more wealth. That is rajasi dhriti, artha. Kama, dharma, artha, kama, pursuing pleasures. They want to try so many different things to find enjoyment. No relentless pursuit of pleasure. That is the rajasi dhriti. Dharmartha kaman yaya dhritya dharayate. That dhriti by which people pursue dharmartha kama. Moksha is already sattvic dhriti. Pursuing moksha relentlessly is sattvic dhriti. But Rajas Driti is the other three things, dharma, artha, kama especially. But they pursue the dharmic way. That kind of Driti is Rajasti Driti. Prasangena with attached, Sangha means attachment. Whereas Prasangena phalakankshi. Phalakankshi means desiring the fruits of one's own actions. Sattvic activity, sattvic Driti is not expecting benefit for oneself, but for all mankind. See, why do Buddha meditated? For himself, he could have been happy. He had all the resources. But he was not satisfied. He wanted to find the solution to sufferings of mankind. The largest possible goal. We don't have to go to that extent, at least for the people in our family, in our workplace. Let me do something good in the interest of all these people. I can't help the whole world. I'm not a great person like Buddha, but I can do a little bit for the next person. Gradually expanding our life, not contracting. So the tamasic person, only me, myself, I should be happy. I don't care what happens to other people. No, we don't want that. So, phalakankshi, not resigning fruit of action for oneself. For everybody, the result must apply. Good result of my good action must benefit everybody, not just me. Prasangena phalakankshi, with attachment, being attached to the fruits of action. That is Rajasic Driti. Driti sapartha rajasi. Now we go to Tamasi Driti. That we don't have to study in much detail. Sloka number 35. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madame vacha navimunchati durmedha Driti sapartha tamasi. Tamasi Driti. It says here, translation, Tamasic Driti is that resolve by which a mean-minded person clings to sleep, fear, grief, dejection, and indulgence. Persevering in these things, persevering in sleep. Set alarm at 5 o'clock. Alarm rings, just push it down and sleep for a couple of more hours. Persevering in sleep. Sattvic Driti is no, got to get up early and go for the puja or meditation or whatever I have to do. That is perseverance in doing good things, controlling our sleep and other things. That is Sattvic Driti. But perseverance in sleep, I want to sleep some more. This is not enough. 2 more hours. And where is the need to get up so early? Like that one. Perseverance in swapnam. Swapnam means dream. Dream means sleep. Bhayam. Perseverance in fear. Fear of being punished if I do something wrong. Fear of other things. Fear is also not a good. Fear is a sign of either lack of devotion or lack of knowledge. Why fear comes? Because we either lack pure devotion or we lack self-knowledge. One of these two things causes fear. Let us examine why fear comes. Fear comes, common people like us, we have fear of so many kinds of fear. Fear of a person has a job, yes, a fear of losing a job, no job security, this. Fear of losing his money, bank account, fear of losing health, fear of losing one's property or whatever one has. Fear of loss of something one has, the one kind of fear. Fear that somebody may take away my property, fear of robbers, fear of snakes, fear of ghosts, fear of old age, fear of suffering. All these kinds of fear we have. This is because this kind of fear comes because either we lack self-knowledge or we lack pure devotion. Let us take pure devotion first. If a person has pure devotion, Shuddha Bhakti, there is no fear. Fear and devotion cannot go together. Why? Because the Lord has promised in several places that if we are devoted to Him, He will protect provided what we need, protect what we have. Yoga Kshema Mohamya. We remember that one? Which chapter? 922. See if it is correct. Yoga Kshema Moham Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejana Paryapasate Tesham Nitya Viyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. So the Lord has said in uncertain terms, you are devoted to me, Ananyas Chintayanto. We should constantly think about God. Think about God during our work and other activities in the background of our mind. I'm doing everything for God, keeping a thought of God in mind behind, and going about our daily duties. Devotion, pure devotion, not expecting anything from God. Such devotion if a person has, I will provide what they need. Yoga Kshema. Yoga, two things are there. He is promising two things. Yoga means he shall provide what we need, what we don't have. Apraptasya prapanam yogaha. A person needs a place to stay, he will provide. A devotee needs food to eat, he will provide. Devotee needs some clothes to wear, he will provide. He will provide. Vahami, I will carry. Kshema means protection. Whatever we have, he will protect. So this kind of promise the Lord has done. And if we have full faith in God, devotion to God, then where is the problem of fear? No fear at all for a devotee. The Lord is there to protect me. The Lord is my shepherd and I shall not fear. The famous song in the book of Psalms. He's protecting me 24 hours. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm not thinking about him. He's holding me by his hand, protecting me. If that devotion is there, no fear for devotee. If self-knowledge is there, I am Brahman, there's nothing else. Everything is Brahman. Sarvam Kalavidam Brahma. So what is the need for fear? Everything is Brahman. Actually, there is no other thing. Only Brahman is only one. Ekameva Advitiyam. One without a second. There is no other object or person or thing to be afraid of. No fear for a jnani. So if we don't have either, then we are susceptible, prone to fear. So persistence in that fear is a sign of lack of self-knowledge or lack of devotion. That is, the persisting in that fear, constantly being afraid of things, is tamasi driti. Vayam shokam, grief. Grief also is the same. If person with self-knowledge has no grief, what is to be there to why reason for sadness? There is no reason for sadness. In the Chandogya Upanishad, this topic comes. Why sadness is there? Why shoka is there? There Narada says, Narada seeks self-knowledge from Sanat Kumara. Then Narada says to Sanat Kumara, Narada is a student, Sanat Kumara is the teacher. He says to teacher, sir, I have heard from great teachers like you. Narada says Sanat Kumara to Sanat Kumara, sir, I have heard from great teachers like you that a person who has self-knowledge completely becomes free from shoka, sadness. No sadness will be there for Atma Jnani. Therefore, please teach me self-knowledge. Narada says, Srutam hi Bhagavad Drishebhyaha tarati shokam atmavit iti. Student says, before seeking knowledge, he says, he already knows it, but he's seeking self-knowledge. Bhagavad Drishebhyaha, by great people like you, Srutam, it has been heard. I have heard. What has he heard? Tarati shokam atmavit iti. Atmavit means a person who has self-knowledge, who knows itself. Brahmajnani, Atmajnani. That person crosses over shoka, no shoka for him. So seeking self-knowledge. If you have self-knowledge, no shoka. If you have pure devotion, then also there is no shoka to God. A person who has neither is prone to shoka, sadness. Persisting in that is being constantly bothered by sadness and fear, that is satviki, and that is tamasi driti. Vayam shokam Vishadam. Vishadam means sadness or despondency. Madam, pride. Some people are very proud of their possession, of their wealth, or of their power, of their knowledge. I have this much, I know this much, and I'm such a great person. That is tamasi dhriti. Not giving it up, not giving pride, but holding on to pride. Madam evacha. Navimuncheti durmeda dhritissa parthasaarati. A person cannot give up all these things. That is dejection and indulgence. This is all tamasi dhriti. So we want to focus on sattviki dhriti in sloka number 33. We should practice firm resolve, perseverance, not giving up easily in achieving the highest goal of life, namely God or Atman, self-knowledge or devotion to God, whatever is our goal. Either we are devotees seeking God or jnani seeking self-knowledge. In that pursuit, we have to exercise total perseverance. I'm not going to get up from this meditation seat until I finish 1000 japa that I set myself as the goal for today. Now, during this Navaratri, we are doing the Durga japa. Sri Durga Swami Swahanandaji started that tradition. He said that if you do 100,000 this japa, it is equivalent to doing one Durga puja. It's easy. It's very only 3-4 words are there. And we are all persuaded to do that japa during Navaratri 10 days from last Monday till next Wednesday. We have sign up sheet. We all have put our names and how much can we do. Some people 500 every day, some people 1,000 every day, like that one. Until that number is reached, I'm not going to get up. That kind of perseverance is sattvic dhriti. That we have to apply in all aspects of life, not only japa meditation, in all aspects of life. Whatever work you start, until it is finished satisfactorily, I'm not going to give that effort until even though obstructions may come. That kind of dhriti, sattviki dhriti, that we have to practice. Okay. Now we go to the next chapter. Three kinds of sukha. Sukha means happiness. Everybody wants happiness. Nobody says, I want to be unhappy. Everybody says, I want to be happy. Good. A good goal of life to be happy. But how we seek happiness, in what way, in what things, that is the question here. So let us see sattvic sukha, rajasic sukha, and tamasic sukha. Next three sloka, 36, 37, 38. First one, sattvic sukha. Sloka number 36. Sukham tvidanim trividam shrunu me bharatarshava abhyasad ramate yatra dukkhantam sanigacchati. That is introduction. The topic. Idanim trividam sukham shrunu. Shrunu means listen to me. Bhagavan is saying to Arjuna. Sukham tvidanim trividam shrunu. Three kinds of sukha, you listen to me. He is going to explain. Yatra abhyasad ramate dukkhantam yatra nigacchati. That kind of sukha which is achieved by constant practice, abhyasa. One day if I do something good, that is not enough. Daily I must do good things to get sukha. Like second one is dukkhantam yatra gacchati. That kind of sukha which ends all suffering once for all, permanently. Ordinarily, we seek relief from when trouble comes, and that for some time the trouble goes away, and another trouble comes, or the same trouble comes in a new, different way. Some other thing will happen. So that is temporary relief from sukha. That is not, we don't want. We don't want that one. Permanent relief from all suffering, dukkhantam yatra nigachati. That kind of sukha which ends all dukkha permanently. That is sattvic sukha. We'll study these three kinds of sukha. So, sloka number 37. This is the description of sattvic sukha. Important sloka. Yattadagre vishamiva pariname mritopamam tatsukam sattvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Sattvic sukha is being described here. Yattadagre vishamiva pariname amritopamam tatsukam sattvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Agre, now let me read the translation. Which in the beginning is like poison, but at the end is like ambrosia, nectar. That is declared to be sattvic happiness, born of the clarity of one's own intellect. Clarity of one's own intellect. That's the translation. Let us understand. Agre means at the beginning. Agre means at the beginning. Ante means at the end. Agre vishamiva. Agre visha means poison. Poison means suffering. Suffering, any kind of pain, loss, this all kind of suffering. Poison means suffering. Agre vishamiva. In the beginning, some things cause suffering, pain. In the beginning, certain activities cause pain in the beginning. Pariname means result at the end. Amritopamam. If you persist in that pursuit, though in the beginning it is very difficult, too difficult to pursue, painful. But if you persist using sattviki dhriti, pariname amritopamam. When the result comes, it is like nectar. Oh, great joy. I'm glad I perceived, though it was difficult in the beginning. Any worthwhile pursuit is like that. Let us take medical study, for example. Young people want to become doctors, good profession, service profession. And they finish their college and take the MCAT and all those things, apply to medical school, get admission. One place, very happy, family is happy, white coat ceremony, everybody goes. Then medical study begins. But how difficult it is. First 2 years, so much only study. Anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry, all these things, a lot of study, memorization, day and night. Very difficult. Medical students study very hard. They will keep drinking coffee and keep studying. No, those who have gone to medical school, Shilpa is sitting here. My lovely friend from Chicago, Shilpa, Vijay Shankar's daughter. She's a pediatrician. I know her from her childhood. So how much study? It was first 2 years, memorization, study, day and night. And then if you think you are done, next 2 years are even more difficult. Rotation and less clinical skills, and so many exams and things to be taken. Although, if you think you are done, then residency comes. Minimum 3 years. Usually it is 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Neurosurgery, 7 years residency. Each day is very difficult. Residents have to work 12 or 36 hours sometimes without sleep. Continuously for 24 hours they have to work. No sleep, nothing. So difficult. So it is, if you go through all that period, very difficult, those 6, 7 years or whatever, medical school, residency, fellowship, then you start medical practice. Then you are a successful physician, you gain practice, you gain experience, and you can help a lot of people. Helping people is the main purpose of being a doctor. Money will come. You have taken loan in the meantime to go to medical school, you have to pay back the loan. So this is agre vishamiva. In the beginning, so difficult, persistent, necessary. Many people give up. If you give up, then nothing will be achieved. Persisting, satviki driti. If you persist, then what happens? Reach the goal. Pariname, amritopamam. When you succeed, then it is joy, happiness, fulfillment. I have achieved something. Like that one. Same thing in spiritual practice. The beginning of spiritual practice is not very pleasant. Discipline, you have to study these books. Then you take mantra deeksha. Then you do japa every day, minimum certain time. If you do only 15 minutes, half an hour, morning, evening, that's not going to give you liberation in this life. It will maintain in its maintenance level. But if you want to achieve goal, you have to put in more and more time, more and more effort. So many obstructions will come. Family members may not cooperate with you. There are some families where one person wants to do japa, another want to go to movie. So there is a conflict. So all the obstruction will come in spite of those things, and body problems and headache and stomach ache and all these things. If you persist with great difficulty, then what happens? When you realize God, there is no way to explain that joy. Words cannot explain that one. Then you see God. So that is the nature of all worthwhile pursuits. Agre vishamiva pariname amritopamam. Beginning it is very difficult, but if you give up, then we don't reach any goal. Satviki driti. I'm not going to like Duddha. No matter what obstruction comes, I'm not going to give up. Whatever happens, I'm going to persist in my spiritual practice. So that is satviki driti. Then sukha will come. Pariname amritopamam. Infinite joy will come. The joy of God realization cannot be described in words. There is nothing that exceeds that one. Nothing that exceeds that one. Yam labidva cha param labham manyate nadikam tataha. In the earlier chapter is achieving that goal, there is nothing higher to be achieved. You can't even think of anything higher than God realization. Nothing, no other higher goal. So that is satvik sukha. Beginning difficult and joy, total peace and joy, unparalleled, indescribable joy. Tatsukam satvikam proktam. That kind of sukha is satvik sukha. And one more quality of satvik sukha is Atma Buddhi Prasadajam. Atma Buddhi means intellect. Atma means self. One whose mind is fixed in the Atman, not in the world. Most people spend most of the time thinking about worldly things, body maintenance and money, property, paying the bills, children. That's average. But a devotee spends more and more time on thinking about God or Atman. That is the sign of satvik sukha. That brings greatest joy when our mind is firmly fixed in the Atman, Atma Buddhi Prasadam. Prasada means tranquility, peace of mind that comes by keeping our mind fixed on God. If we keep our mind fixed on the worldly things, so no sukha. All kinds of problems will come. If we keep our mind firmly fixed on God with a satvik driti, then that will give satvik sukha, pariname amritopamam. Infinite joy, eternal joy, permanent joy that nothing can surpass, indescribable peace that passeth understanding. That will come. That is satvik sukha. Rajasic sukha is only temporary happiness. You do something, you have some pleasure, that is for some time, then some other thing. So that Rajasic, Tamasic sukha, that is easy to understand. We are familiar with that one. Satvik sukha. Yattadagre vishameva pariname amritopamam tatsukam satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. This is called Atmananda. Three kinds of sukha we have studied before. What are they? Vishayananda, Bhajanananda, Atmananda or Brahmananda. Vishayananda familiar to us. Vishaya means sense object. Food, clothing, car, children, family, grandchildren, promotion to higher position, fame. all temporary things. That is Vishyananda, they come and go. This Vishyananda is not the goal of life. This famous example of rejecting Vishyananda in favor of Atmananda, you can see Nachiketa story in Kathopanishad. It has come many times. Yama offered, Nachiketa was a young boy and he wanted self-knowledge. What happens after death? Is some Atman survives or only body goes away? That's it. That was the question. Yama didn't want to answer the question right away because he was a young little boy, 9-year-old. He's asking this question. He's asking to impress me, or does he really want to know? Is he serious? Or is he able to understand if I give the answer, does he have the background? Viveka Vairagya. So Yama doesn't answer. Instead, he offers other things. He says to Nachiketa, I give you a large kingdom, as large a kingdom as you want. Bhumir Magadayatanam Ranishwa. Choose as large a kingdom as you want. You choose Ranishwa. I'll give you. Then I'll give you horses and chariots and music and dance and queen, treasury, everything, and a long life to enjoy all these things. Yama offered all these things. An ordinary person seeking worldly sukha, he would have taken and happily gone away, but not Nachiketa. He said, no, sir. All these things, I don't want any of these things. I want only self-knowledge. Why he rejects all these things? These are Vishya Sukha. They come and go. He says, Nachiketa said, they are there today, tomorrow they will go away. These things are temporary. Shobhava, Martya, Sedanta, Kaita. Shobhava means tomorrow they are not there. Today they are there. Kingdom is there. Queen is there. Horses and chariots, music, dance is there. But tomorrow some other person will take it away and I will have to leave. That will come. No, I don't want that. Temporary things. And then he says, how long can we enjoy these things? Only when the body is in good condition. You can enjoy kingdom, food, money, wealth, and sensory pleasures, and all those things can enjoy if your body is able to enjoy. If your body becomes old, then all the food is there, you cannot eat. Doctor says don't eat sugar, don't take spices, acidity and sugar problem. Only you have to take plain food. Lot of food is there. A body loses the ability. Same thing about other pleasures. When old age comes, body cannot enjoy any pleasure. So that is temporary. I don't want all these things. You keep all this, give to those who are sanctuary for this. I want only self-knowledge. That is preference of Sattvic Sukha over Rajasic Tamasic Sukha. Rajasic Sukha is all the kingdom, pleasure, money, wealth, youth, and beauty, and queen, and this is temporary. This is Rajasic Sukha. Tamasic, I don't want that. I want Sattvic Sukha, which is God realization, self-knowledge, seeking self-knowledge. That is Atmananda. That's what we have to seek. Other things, Vishyananda, we already know what they are, how much happiness family can give, children can, grandchildren, position, power, president, being president of a company or a president of a kingdom, of a country. It's all Rajasic Sukha, temporary. They go away. They have term limit. 4 years, if you're re-elected, 8 years, that's it. For the president. Similar term limit for enjoyment also. As long as youth is there, body is good condition, you can enjoy all the pleasures. And body becomes old, no, everything is there, I can't enjoy. Sarve Driyanam Jarayanti Tejaha. This boy had a tremendous insight. Still a young boy, he says to Yama, even if you give all these pleasures to me, how long can I enjoy? Once I become old, I can't enjoy anything. Everything is there. I don't want that one. Temporary. I want Sattvic Sukha. I want Brahmananda. That is forever, eternal. Being one with the divine. Nothing can surpass that one. That is Sattvic Sukha. That's what we have to prefer. Rajasic Sukha, Tamasic Sukha, we are familiar with that. Let us quickly do those two things in sloka 38, description of Rajasic Sukha. Vishendriya samyogad yattadagre mrtopamam pariname vishamiva tatsukam rajasam smritam. Rajasam sukam. What is that one? Vishaya indriya samyoga. That happiness which comes from Samyoga means combination, union or contact. Samyoga means contact. Contact of Vishya and Indriya. Vishya means sense object. Any sense object. Can be another person also. Can be gold, can be money, or can be a position, power, child, whatever, property. All Vishaya. Indriya means sense organ. Mind is also a sense organ. And hands and feet and tongue and sense of touch, happiness, everything. Touch something smooth, nice, pleasure. This Vishayendra Samyoga, whatever happiness comes by the union, by the contact of sense organ with sense object, that kind of sukha is Rajasic sukha. Vishayendra Samyoga, Agre Amrtapamam. In the beginning, everything is very happy and nice. Oh, enjoy, great pleasure. This is very good. Somebody gets a new promoted a president of a company. Oh, so happy, nice, and position. Everybody, you have so many people under your control that report to you. But next day, all the stress problems, everything, all problems will come to you. Everything comes back to the president's desk. The buck stops here. So you have to deal with all the problems. Some you're dealing with one section, you are happy. One section officer, one department executive, you are there, it's okay. But you become president, all problems become your problems. Then you have to deal with the stress. You feel, oh, why did I accept this one? This is too much stressful, like that. Yattadagre amrtapamam puriname vishamiva. At the end, suffering. Visha means poison. Beginning, so much promise. Everything. I don't want to put down this one. Don't misunderstand me. Marriage is like that one. Married life is glorious. Householder's life is glorious. But beginning, first few days, first few months, years, oh, so much happiness. And then one by one, things will start. The stress in the job, workplace, stress, the children, and ill health in the family, fear of losing the job, one's own health concern, middle age, old age, all these things will come. Beginning, agre, amrtapama, very nice and happy. Oh, everything looks promising, bright future. As the time progresses, slowly, Vishamiva, all the unpleasant things begin to surface one by one. It's nature of life. It's not any one person. General human life is like that one. When child is born, everything happy, nice, peaceful. The child doesn't have to worry about food. Mother, father worry about all those things. But when child grows up and himself also becomes mother, father, and then responsibility, then he will all the bills to be paid and everything. So that is Rajasic Sukha. Vishay. Agre amrtapamam pariname vishamiva. Tatsukam rajasam smritam. Then Tamasic Sukha is easy to understand. Sloka number 39. Yadagre cha anubandhe cha sukham mohanamatmanaha nidralasya pramadotham tattamasamudahritam. Tamasic Sukha. Agre anubandhe. Anubandha means consequence. We saw that word before. When the result comes, and agre in the beginning and at the end, both times, tamasam sukham, anubandhe sukham, mohanamatmanaham, deluding. Moha means delusion. Without knowing the truth about happiness and happiness, not even able to distinguish that, that full of delusion, confusion, misunderstanding, yadagre cha anubandhe cha sukham, mohanamatmanaha, Tamasic Sukha, beginning also a problem, ending also a problem. Nidra alasya pramadotham. The happiness that comes from sleep. When you sleep, you forget all problems. Even if one person is sick, if he is sleeping, he does not feel any pain, no sickness. When he wakes up, all the pain will come back. So how long can they be sleeping? Not a solution. Too much sleep, tamasic quality. Nidra alasya. Alasya means laziness. Sleep, sloth, laziness. Pramada means error, forgetful. Pramada word came before. forgetfulness, forgetting to do the right thing, forgetting to remember God, forgetting ourselves, where we are, what our responsibilities, what we have to say, what we have to do, forgetting all of that. That forgetfulness is the biggest error. The word pramada comes in the Mahabharata. There, the biggest problem a person can have in life is forgetfulness. Of what? Of your true nature, of God. As long as we remember God, we can deal with other problems and we can pursue God. The result will come is liberation. The moment you forget God, then all problems will come and no end to problems. So the story, very briefly, it's a long story. This Dhritarashtra, the father of the Kauravas, he was a blind king, and we don't want to go into the details. He becomes old like everybody else. When old age comes, he is afraid of death. We all are afraid of death, of course. So he becomes afraid of death. I'm going to die soon. Then what happens? He wants to know what happens after death. And then he calls Vidura. Vidura was a wise man, Jnani. Dhritarashtra calls Vidura. Vidura, I'm approaching old age. This problem of death is, fear of death is bothering me. Can you please help me? Vidura is a wise man. But he says to Dhritarashtra, sir, there is a wiser person who knows more about all these things than I do. His name is Sanat Kumara, and he is Brahma's son. He can give you better eliminating a reply to your question about the fear of death. So I will call him. He will come and guide you. So Sanat Kumara comes. Dhritarashtra asks him the question about death. A long conversation is there, several chapters in the Mahabharata. But one thing that Sanat Kumara told Dhritarashtra about death, he says, death is not death of the body. People think when the body death, that is death. That is only a temporary dehantara prapti, as Krishna calls in the second chapter. So getting another body, just like discarding the worn out garment, second chapter, sloka 22, Vasam says Jirnani. Death is like change in the garment. If this garment dress becomes old, worn out and torn, unfit to be used, I throw it away, get a new dress. Death is like that. I am the person who has the body, ji.He, indwelling spirit. I don't have death. Body has death. This body is like a garment I'm wearing, it will go away, become old, unfit to be used, and I'll get a new body. So Sanat Kumara said to Dhritarashtra, don't worry about death of the body. That's not real death. Then what is death? Sanat Kumara says a very significant, famous reply he gives. He says, Pramado mrityurityaha. Pramada means forgetting one's true nature. Pramado brahmanishtayam kadachana nakuriyat. Brahmanishtha means firmly being established in knowledge that I am the self-atman, I'm nadi buoyant in mind. That is the truth. If I forget that one, that is the biggest death, greatest loss. Forgetting one's true nature is true death, not forgetting, not giving up the body. Pramada mrityuhu. For Brahman, forgetfulness is death, not death of the body. What forgetfulness of what? Forgetfulness of our true nature, that I am the Atman. Or forgetfulness of God, for devotees. Forgetting God, for devotees, that's the biggest mistake they can do. For jnanis, forgetting self is the biggest mistake. That's the true death. If you forget God even for a short time during the day and become involved in the world and don't think about that's our biggest problem. Other problems are not that great. So that is a tamasic sukha. Pramada alasya, pramadotham, born of forgetfulness, laziness, another thing, ignorance, born of forgetfulness of our true nature. That is tamasic sukha. Enjoying worldly things, forgetting one's divine nature, forgetting God. That is tamasic sukha. It will not last long. It will only at the end, it will bring only pain. So to conclude this topic, I'll refer you to one sloka that we all have studied in the chapter 5, sloka number 22. 522. That describes clearly the tamasic sukha. There Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, ye samsparshaja bhoga dukkhayo naya evate adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. What people think of sukha is tamasic sukha. It means, how does it begin? Vishendriya samyoga. Ye samsparshaja bhoga. Sparsha means contact. Bhoga means enjoyment. Samsparshaja bhoga means enjoyment coming from contact of what? Sense organ, sense object. Any kind of worldly pleasure is of that nature. Food and contact with other person, these things, money, fame, position, all Vishya, contacting them, that happiness comes from by having them is tamasic sukha, because it has a beginning and an end. Adyantavantaha. And they are highly conditional. Body must be in good condition, object must be available, both. One of them will not available, body is sick, objects are there, money is there, food is there, cloth is there, car is there, cannot enjoy. And I have body in good condition, but I don't have the object, or that is missing. That's not sukha. So all this tamasic sukha, we should not pursue. 522 describe tamasic sukha. Let us stop here. Next time, topic changes. Very important topic. Sloka number 40. There Bhagavan said, in this whole creation, there's nothing that is free from the three gunas. That came earlier also in the second chapter. There's nothing in the world, in this universe, that is free from the three gunas. Early in the Gita 2:45, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Nistraigunya bhava. All the things described in the Vedas, they're all full of three gunas. That one. We will continue this topic next time. And as a preparation for next time, I want you to do some homework. The homework is, we have spent a lot of time describing the three gunas, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, three guna, three things, jnana, karma, those things. Now, Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, become free from three gunas. Second chapter, he said, Nistraigunya bhava. Why do we want to become free from the three gunas? If I'm a sattvic person, why can't I remain a sattvic person? Telling the truth and doing the right thing and praying to God and spending my whole life. Why can't I just stay there? Why not? Why should we give up sattva also? Nistraigunya woman give up all the three gunas, he says. Give up all the, including sattva, you have to give up. Sri Krishna had said earlier, 2:45, Nistraigunya bhava. Why? What is the problem with the three gunas? Why should one try too hard to become free from three gunas? That question we have to understand. Because we have been studying the three gunas, it's okay. Why to become free? What is the problem if I am a sattvic person? Why should I give up sattva? I want you to give the answer. It's all in the Gita, nothing new. Everything in the Gita. Why we should give up three gunas? What happens if we are stuck in three gunas? What happens if we become free from three gunas? All that is there. I'll give you a hint. Chapter 14. There is slokas are there. What is the benefit of becoming free from three gunas? What is a trigunatita? How to become a trigunatita? What are the means? What are the signs, lakshanas, qualities of a trigunatita? All that I want you to study, and I'll ask you a question. Next time, please come prepared to discuss the three gunas, why we should become three gunas. What is the benefit of becoming free from three gunas? So let us stop here. Closing prayer. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Shanti 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 Om, may all be happy. May all be free from all kinds of problems, ill health and other problems. May all realize what is noble, dharmic and auspicious. May no one be subject to any kind of suffering or misery. Om, peace. May there be peace and joy in our hearts. May there be peace and harmony amongst all beings. And may there be peace everywhere in nature. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you all, and God willing, we shall see you next week. Tomorrow we have our Durga Puja celebration beginning at 11 o'clock. If you wish, you can come. If you can, otherwise you can watch on YouTube. It will be live streamed.
Pranam Maharaj. Thank you.
Raj.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Very good.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah, happy Navaratri, happy Durga Puja.
Thank you,
Swamiji.
Swamiji.
Ah,
A
namaste.
question.
Thank you, Swamiji. Same to you too.
Can I ask a question, Swamiji? Or
Yeah.
is it too late?
Yeah.
I can
It
email
is.
in case if it's too late.
Good.
Short question. One short question.
Okay.
Pranam, Swamiji.
So for us,
Hear
basically,
properly with this one.
for
Okay.
people who are on the path of spirituality but nowhere near the realization of the true nature of a self
Mm.
or high bhakti,
Mm.
how do we take like the worldly problems and problems created by people around us?
Mm.
How in what kind of this one do we take that and resolve that?
Three things can be done.
You'll have to repeat the question.
Oh, question. The question was, we are not anywhere close to God realization or self-knowledge. We are on the path,
Struggling.
and we are in worldly life pursuing job, family, ordinary people like us, most people like us. And how to deal with problems that arise in life, workplace problems and other problems that come, how to deal with them, especially with difficult people in the family or the workplace. So any kind of problem, not only this, health problem, financial problem, anything, a family problem, can be, three things can be done. First is to foresee and prevent, preventive measures, to take preventive measures, such as if you are afraid of ill health and becoming sick, so take precautions, follow rules of health. Good food, exercise, rest and relaxation, whatever, health rules. One, preventive, prevent something if possible. Install security system in your home and all those, whatever you try to foresee and prevent to the extent possible. You can't prevent everything, but to the extent possible, take preventive measures, foreseeing and try to prevent problem. Still level problem will come, no matter how careful you are, still problems will come. Then do remedial measures, remedy the problems. Whatever remedies available, if I become sick, I go to the doctor, take medical care, advice, medicine, whatever doctor says. If the electrical problem is there, call the electrician. Plumbing problem there, call plumbing. Some whatever remedy can be done. If some dispute comes or disagreement comes in the family or workplace, there is a negotiation, discussion, trying to remedy that one by whatever peaceful means available. Remedial measures. Some problems can be remedied, but some problems will still persist. No matter how many remedial measures we take, something will come or some new problem will come, or the old problem will come in a different way. So then, third thing that we have done, if you have done all the remedial measures, preventive measures possible, then whatever remains that cannot be solved has to be endured. Practicing endurance, that is called deeksha. If anything that persists after doing everything possible to prevent and remedy, something still remains, whatever problem it is, then you have no choice but to bear it. Bearing it calmly, without complaining, without lamenting. That discipline is called deeksha, forbear, practicing forbearance. How to forbear? Chinta vilapa rahitam, without brooding over past, whatever happened, going back and thinking about this happened, will not solve the problem. Past cannot be changed. So it will waste of time and energy. Brooding about the future, this may happen, that may happen, anxiety, that will not solve the problem, becoming free. And then calmly, without lamenting, without telling everybody, complaining to everybody for my problem, that should not be done. We can tell it to close friends, but not always talking about your problem with others. Vilapa. Chinta vilapa rahitam. That's called tiksha. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam. Vivekananda Shankara defines this as Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. Not taking revenge. Pratikara means revenge. He did this, I'm going to do this to him. That will not solve the problem. Will escalate the problem. Chinta vilapa rahitam. Without brooding, chinta, without lamenting, vilapa, sati tiksha, nigadyate. This is all that I know how to deal with problems.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Swamiji.
Okay, let us meet next
Now,
week
Swamiji.
and continue the discussion of three gunas. Why?